Mark makes a comparison to history in a very important, and very important part in history.
I'd like to read to you more from that speech, and then I'd like to read to you a response from James Myburgh at Politics Web. Here's the extract, and this is at page 12 of the complainant's bundle. You say, I'm here to disturb the white man's peace. They are right. The white man has been too comfortable for too long. We are here unashamedly to disturb the white man's peace because we have never known peace. We don't know what peace looks like. They have been living peacefully. They have been swimming in a pool of privilege. They have been enjoying themselves because they always owned our land. We, the rightful owners, our peace was disturbed by white man's arrival here. They committed a black genocide. They killed our people during land possession. Today we are told, don't disturb them, even when they disturbed our peace. They found peaceful Africans here, they killed them. They slaughtered them like animals. We are not calling for the slaughtering of white people, at least for now. We will not chase white people into the sea. We will give them a portion. That is where you stay. You can't own bigger than us. You are a visitor. Visitors must behave. They must know the land belongs to the people of South Africa, the indigenous people of South Africa. For as long as the land is not in the hands of black people, we remain a conquered nation. We are conquered. We are defeated. 1994 means nothing without the land. Victory will only be victory if the land is restored in the hands of rightful owners, and rightful owners unashamedly is black people. No white person is a rightful owner of the land here in South Africa and in the whole of the African continent. This is our continent. It belongs to us. Now I'm going to read to you James Myburgh, who's the editor of Politics Web's discussion on that. And he makes a comparison between what you've said and what the Nazi propagandist Joseph Goebbels said. He says, the propaganda of Goebbels and others aggressively accused the Jews. It's on page 13. It just follows on. The propaganda of Goebbels and others aggressively accused the Jews of having done what the National Socialists proceeded to do to them. Thus, the expulsion of the Jews from state employment and the professions was justified by propaganda, claiming the Jews had unfairly seized the best jobs for themselves. The dispossession of the Jews by propaganda that they had stolen their wealth from honest Germans. The murder of the Jews by propaganda that they were murderers of Germans. The war on the Jews by the claim that the Jews had declared a war on Germany, and so on. The language used by Malema, white people, they, them, combines all white individuals, the young and the old, the long dead and the yet to be born, into a single group. Highly negative attributes, murder, criminality, genocide, viewing black people as animals, are then ascribed to each member of this entity. This is done by taking crimes committed or allegedly committed by members of this group recently or hundreds of years ago, and then attributing guilt to the group as a whole. The suggestion is then made that white people deserve to be punished, but because of the great powers of patience and forgiveness of black people, they have not yet been. However, if they continue with their crimes and racism against black people and refuse to return that which they stole, all bets are off the table. Now, Mr. Malema, I'm giving you your speech and I'm showing you the gloss and I'm pointing out the tactic that you've used. And at the heart of this tactic, something deeply sinister and deeply antithetical to the value of non-racialism, a value which is built into our Constitution. In Section 1 of our Constitution, it says South Africa is a nation founded on the value of non-racialism, the idea that we judge people on the content of their character, not the color of their skin. And what you do is you try and attribute guilt through groups. So instead of judging someone as an individual, what you do is you allocate blame to a group merely because they share the same melanin count, the same skin tone as other people, that they happen to look like other people. So you want to hold modern white South Africans liable for crimes committed by people hundreds of years ago who happen to look like them. And that's the sickness. That's the danger that you're doing, is that you are trying to describe a whole group of people as criminals, murderers, land thieves, without any evidence that any of those individuals have committed those crimes. And that is antithetical to building a nation founded on the values of reconciliation and of healing. It's divisive and it's racist.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Not only did Mark call out Juju in that moment by citing history, ladies and gentlemen, actual facts, showing and holding a mirror to Juju himself and saying what there is little difference to what you are saying now about a group of people to what the Nazi Germany said during World War II and before. And that, to me, is a very important moment in that trial. And I see already people are saying, oh, Mark, or there's, I'll put up the comment. I've seen different views on Twitter. Some say Mark didn't seem to know what he was doing and seemed unprepared. I can understand how that can happen because there were moments, and I'll be honest, there were moments where Mark tried to do an angle and it created this whole debate. This is why I'm not watching the entire thing with you guys, because there are moments when the EFF, or Julius's legal team, rather, I should say, Mark tries to do an angle and they interrupt, and then there's this whole debate for like 20 minutes about some video, whether it should be shown or it shouldn't be shown, or Juju should be asked. And then only 15 minutes later, Juju says, yes, okay, I'll take the questions. And then there's not a lot of that, but there are moments of that. And there's moments where, for example, Mark misspeaks on a word. I can't say the word on YouTube. But he realigns himself very quickly. And I think what people need to understand is this is not like TV. This is a process. I think what happened today only exploded because of what Juju said, which I'm going to get to in a moment. But this is not TV. This is day 8, guys. There's been 7 other days of this craziness, okay? Which I don't have time to watch because most of them are 6 hours long. I can't. I wish I could. Maybe I'll binge watch on the weekend. But you have to understand that this is a very strategic way, and this is coming from a young lawyer saying Mark handled it very strategically, allowing Malema to ramble, give him rope to hang himself. Lots of juicy info to Mark to use in arguments. Exactly. It's strategic. You play the long game. And let me tell you, in the clips that I'm about to show you are some of those examples where Juju hangs himself. So please, bear with me for those of you who think that Mark didn't do well. Remember, I know what you want. I know exactly what you want. You want Mark to be standing in front of the judge and being like, this guy needs to go to jail, sir. He needs to be... we call for redemption, Your Honor. That's movie stuff, guys. That's not going to happen. Even though Mark kind of looks the part, it's not going to happen. He needs to be strategic. He needs to be calm. And that's the thing. Most of the time, even when Julius was insulting him, he was calm. He was collect. There was a bit of a heated exchange, which I didn't include in the clips I'm about to show you. But he was still calm. And we'll get to those in just a moment.